Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the Lixada Foldable 3000 watt gas stove. Alright, thanks for coming back today. Thanks for joining me. A few videos ago I mentioned that, now with the new vehicle I was thinking about putting some kind of gas stove in there. I already have a very large Isobutane stove in there. It's a much larger one than the normal size. And I also have a wood burner in there. But I was thinking about in the winter months replacing it with something like this. In the summer months, I don't know, because I'm kind of concerned about leaving canisters in the car, and we're going to get into the whole propane versus isobutane thing in a bit. But I'm kind of concerned about that, so maybe just for the summertime when I change, wintertime when I change stuff out, I can put this in there as a really, really quick way to boil water and things like that. So instead of the small butane cartridges, like I'm showing you over here, my plan is to use one of these. One of these full will last a whole lot longer than one of those little isobutane cartridges, and we are going to test out the burn times between the two. But first I want to give you a little info on the stove itself. Now the stove itself unfolds, so let me quickly unfold it for you here, just show you. And it is a little stiff when you get it, so you gotta fold it out. I did use this a couple times already, just to test it out, see how I liked it. It boils water very, very quickly. I'll give you that much. It's a powerful little guy. It is bigger and heavier than a normal little, screw-on type propane camp stove, but it definitely does the job. Now, the stove body is divided from the canister for safety, they call it. This is called remote canister stove. The remote canister stoves, although slightly heavy, offer some cold weather and low fuel performance. One of the things you can do with these, that you can't do with a regular screw-on stove for an item such as this, is you convert this can. So, if I have a stove on top of here, obviously I can't turn it over. If I have a stove on top of here, I can turn this over like that and get a little bit better performance and a little more liquid into the stove when it's very, very cold. So that's one of the neat features of a remote canister stove, along with it being a little more powerful. It saves fuel supposedly by increasing burning efficiency. It does have the piezoelectric lighter. Now these are great and they work for a while, but eventually they will die, so I always suggest keeping a way to light a stove with you at all times. It can be as simple as a lighter, a ferro rod, whatever you want to carry. Another nice thing about a stove like this is the fact that it's got such a wide base, so it will fit pretty much everything. I can put a little cook pot on there, but I can also fit a larger pan. Even a big pan, a big regular fry pan. I used a larger pot last night to make some ramen noodles in this, just to test it out. Worked great. It's got a nice big support base. These little bumps on it are to keep things from rolling off, and they work very well. They do their job. Now let's get into the materials. The materials, stainless steel, copper, aluminum is what it's made of. Its gas consumption is 50 to 100 grams per hour, depending on what level you have the stove at. Stove weighs approximately 238 grams or 8.4 ounces. Unfolded, it is 17 by 7 centimeters or 6.7 by 2.8 inches. It's large, it's very, very stable, and does offer a little bit more windproofing. When I did first set it up out here, it was very windy. It was blowing into the garage/studio out here, and it worked great. Even with the strong wind blowing, not a problem. Didn't even phase it. So let's get into testing it out. We're going to test it out with, of course, the regular isobutane to see how long it takes to boil 2 cups of water. Just give me a second to set all that up, and I'll bring you right back. All right, so it's all set up. I'm going to turn it on for you. Let you see what it looks like with the igniter, the lighter. Now, one of the nice things about this is you can take this down to a very low simmer or a raging boil. Now, I had 32 ounces in here. I'm down to 16 now, so we've got 2 cups in here. I'm going to put this on and start the timer. Turn it up, and we'll come back when we've got a rolling boil. All right, let's see if we're awfully close. We're almost there. It is 2 minutes and 34 seconds. And there we go. Looks like we just went to a rolling boil. So let's stop it at 2 minutes and 50 seconds. 2 minutes and 46 seconds. I'd say that's good. That's good enough for what I'd use it for anyway. Let me turn it off. So 2 minutes 46 seconds with the isobutane canister. Now let's try it out with the propane. Alright, we're ready for the butane canister test. Again, 16 ounces of water, 2 cups. We're going to put it in. Everything's cooled off now. There we go. And we're going to light up the stove this way. Same way. Just turn it on a little bit. Hit the igniter. Hit the ignition switch there. Whoops. Alright, hold on. Let's hit start. And let me turn it up a little bit. Thing sounds like a rocket taking off with the propane. And I'll bring you back when that's ready to be boiling. Alright, so it's really starting to get ready to be a rolling boil. Again, I think that's pretty close to where we were last time. That's about good. I'm going to stop the watch right there. And that's 2 minutes and 34 seconds. Turn that off before it goes crazy. 2 minutes and 34 seconds. So, again, 10 seconds difference. Seems to be, every time I do this comparison, they come up about 10 seconds different from one from the other. So really, no problem speed-wise in boiling. That's just as fast as the isobutane, if not close to the same. Really not bad. And it does give you a whole lot more burn time. Now remember, it will burn a little bit stronger and hotter. And again, if you're using this in smaller stoves that may be set up just for isobutane, that may not be able to take that high heat, you may want to think twice about before doing that. But in an emergency situation, you see how that adapter and that propane bottle, let me pick this up a little bit so you can actually see it. There you go. Can come in handy. And I mean, all you need to really store in an emergency kit for a vehicle, say, would just be one of these instead of 2 or 3 of the little isobutane bottles. So definitely a cost savings because these are cheaper for the volume you're getting, and definitely a weight savings as well, or at least a space savings. You know, if you put 2 or 3 of those together, they're, you know, a little bit taller than this, and they're a little bit more bulky. You know, they're just harder to pack. So that is the Lixada Foldable 3000 watt gas stove. I am really impressed with it. I actually kind of like it. I may order another one just to keep for emergency cooking around the house when I'm using a two burner stove in the kitchen and I want to have a third extra burner, because sometimes that's handy. But I really like them. I will put a link down below where you can get them. Again, you know, I've been really pleased with Lixada's stuff. They haven't steered me wrong yet. I'm aware that most of this stuff is made in China in maybe one factory, but it seems to be that they have a pretty good eye on quality control, and really haven't had any problems with their gear. Even their little mini stoves and stuff, not really any issues. So they run about $15.99, 16 bucks. Folds up into a nice package. Fits in this. It's a little bit bigger than normal, but you know, the weight isn't that much worse. It's 8.4 ounces, so it is a little bit heavier. But really, your weight's going to be in carrying the fuel with it, and not the stove itself. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to click like and thumbs up and share it if you like it. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. I will put a link down below where you can pick up this very stove for $15.99. And below that will be my Amazon store link. If you want to shop on Amazon and help the channel out a little bit, just click the link. If there's nothing in the store you like, use the search bar, search away, buy whatever you're going to normally buy on Amazon. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps out the channel a whole lot. And don't forget to check out our Thrive Life link down below if you're interested in getting started with some really high quality food storage. Check them out. You'll be very, very pleased. Haven't heard any complaints yet about the food that Thrive puts out. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.